Okay, so if you saw my videos last year of me building a 1850s log cabin, you might remember this is kind of where I left off in October. So I had built a temporary roof, and in about April, let me show you a couple more pictures of what I did. That's putting a temporary steel down for the winter. That's what I ended up with. So now it's April, and let's see here. Get some pictures here. I'll show you. I'm running this off of Facebook, so I need to find my other pictures. Here. So I started tearing the roof off. My boys were helping me. It's the temporary roof. Of course, our dog had to come up and help check things out. There's a temporary roof off, and I'm just kind of measuring the new pitch of the roof that I plan on doing. So now you're probably wondering what this photo is. I'd built my walls for the second story, and that beam up there is 168 pounds. It's a LVL laminated beam. It's about 30 feet long. So the only way I could get up there myself was took a 2x10, 18 feet long, raised to the floor, put a chain hoist on it, and got the thing up in about 15 minutes. So pretty proud. It's not something one man could normally do by himself. So there's the chain hoist, and boom, beam is lifted in place. And that's a picture at night. I just started setting my rafters in place. So I had a friend come up. He calculated the angle of the rafters. That's the first one I put up, and wouldn't you know it, his measurements were perfect. Second one. Well, I'm doing this all myself, so it took me 5 days just to get about this far, to be honest with you. As you can see, I built my half wall, a kicker wall if you want to call it. And what I wanted to do was, I wanted to give it the illusion of a story-and-a-half cabin to kind of keep the front looking original, because there would have been logs up there, but if you remember from my last videos, they were rotten. So I replaced them and with 2x4s. I just studded up everything. And there's the back. I wanted a full bedroom back here, or two bedrooms actually. So that is about 8 feet high. I left the cutouts for my windows. Didn't finish framing that because I'm not quite sure what size windows I'm putting in. And this is probably the last day I was up there. This is my 5th day. Like I said, I did all this myself. Hung all the rafters, the back rafters, the second section, and the third section. That took me about 4 hours to do myself. Here's the front. Actually, I had a buddy of mine come up with me, and got to set all those rafters in place. We spent about 6 hours doing that. We also had to, I don't know if you can see in the video, there are those rafter clips that go on the top of each rafter to hold it in place to the board. That's code. And then the blocking in between there, that's actually time consuming. But you know, we got everything done in one day. I just had the back half to do, and came up the next weekend to finish it. Okay, so anybody building a roof of any sorts by themselves or with one other person, you're gonna love this idea. What I did was I made a jig, fastens to the roof, and you put your sheet of OSB or plywood on there. You lift it up, and you're not lifting heavy sheets of plywood up a ladder with two guys. So check this out, you're gonna like this. Get two guys, put the sheet on there, and you lift it up, slide it over there, and now it's up there. That's 12 feet in the air. Could you imagine two guys, two ladders, lifting up a sheet of OSB that's probably 30 to 40 pounds. Worked out pretty slick. So we got our first couple rows going. And we got that side finished. That took us about 2 days. It was 85 degrees, so we're drinking lots of water, trying to stay hydrated, taking lots of breaks. Otherwise we might have got it done in 1 day. So after we got that done, we had to celebrate, go have a couple cocktails afterwards, well deserved after working in 85 degree heat. And I'm northern Wisconsin, so you got to see a little wildlife. This bear crossing the road there. So then I came up the following weekend. We got lots of rain, and I rented a boom lift, which was awesome. And we started putting the underlayment down. That's the ice and water shield I'm putting down now. And this is a synthetic brand underlayment. It's light, like it's not tar paper. It's like a breathable tarp. And you cut it, nail it down. It's really thin. It goes on really easy. You can leave it sit for a couple months. It can get rained on, and it's not going to blow off. I just wanted to show you guys this picture, just to take a note of this while you're framing things up or building your rafters for your cabin, and you can only do it on weekends. Brace everything up. This storm happened the day after we had the rafters up, and I made sure everything was secure, braced down. We had 80-mile-an-hour winds and actually pushed the trees over. It's a pretty scary storm. They had hail. Power was out for a week. I'm glad I left when I did, because it did a lot of damage to the nearby neighborhood. So I said, you just want to keep in mind, brace everything up while you're framing. So I'll go back to this picture. If you saw my last videos, you saw me stacking the cabin. Probably kind of wondered what I was doing. I tried to explain this. This opening here is going to be a 10 by 10 addition, a 10 by 12. It's going to come out, and I think that's where I'm going to put my bathroom. My logs were rotten there, so I cut them out, and I figured that's where I'll put the addition. Thought I'd share this photo. This is kind of what I'm going after here. You can see the addition comes out. I think in this picture it's like 8 feet. And I'm gonna have overhang the porch, front door, my window's bigger. Just kind of give you an idea of what I'm shooting for, and it's coming along really nice. Everything's lining up nice. Hope to get the steel on in next couple weeks. Hope you enjoyed this video. Watch for more.